Beard this evening in this 2v2 action, and by that I mean we're going to see Team Beard rocking out Zillion and Gangplank. Team Chick, we have Karma and Caitlyn. So you're on Team Chick side, I am on Team Beard side.
I kind of like my side better, to be honest.
Let me make a couple tweaks here on audio because my audio is like super loud, and I don't want it to cut you out there. All right.
Well, that's always appreciated.
Should be much better here. So I'm wondering what lanes these guys are going to go to.
Well, it is a mid-only game. That's probably going to be giving it away a little bit. We do have some kind of commentary here on the manly starting items, and as you are an observer, you have access to all of those there, TwiZ. So if you want, bring on up that screen. You should be able to see everything as well, but we do have boots, and we do have that potions there starting off for Caitlyn with, it does look like double fairy charm for Karma. Karma's not really a hero I see played a lot, but she can be very deceptive in her health pool.
Just a second, I'm making sure that I bring up my shift window so I can actually get that into full screen. And now, is there a special screen I can click on here that's going to give me all the items, or do I just have to click each person?
Just hold tab.
Oh, well, I guess I can hold tab.
I thought you played this game.
Sometimes I play some Legends of Leagues, but not very often. No, I'm joking. I don't know. I just wasn't smart enough to think about hitting tab there. So as we're looking at the middle lane, we do see Team Beard, Zillion and Gangplank once again, with Caitlyn as well as a very strong support of Karma rocking out for Team Chick here. And the starting items, as we run through that, Gangplank, of course, grabbing that Meki pendant, Zillion with a Fairy Charm, some health potions, mana potions, and the double Fairy Charm on Karma, health potion, and boots on Caitlyn. So predictions for this match that we're looking at here, FourCourt.
Well, it is definitely a rule set I kind of just made up off the top of my head, but Gangplank, or should I say Deny Plank, he's definitely something of famous or infamous, depends on how you view him really, for that solo laning capacity, since he is the only hero right now in the game that can actually deny his own creeps. So that actually might be putting them at a little bit of a disadvantage, and comboing upon that advantage, we do have Zillion with that extra 8% experience boost. So if they both took, those utility trees for even more experience, I could see definitely a little bit of a level advantage coming out for them in the next few minutes. Right now, they're already level 2 as opposed to Team Chick, who's already still level 1.
Very good, very good points that you have made here. And another thing is, you're definitely going to see zoning maybe working its way into an issue. Zillion's time bombs, if placed correctly here, I know Karma's been trying to shield a lot of this stuff off, but that is a very strong harassing skill, and along with Gangplank's parlay, they could be able to push these guys back early on and make sure that they dominate this this lane here.
Apparently, they can't hear us here, Mr. Pat. People in IRC are saying that the sound is no bueno.
Apparently, I didn't turn the sound back on, and that was just the test of the emergency broadcast network there to make sure that video was working amazing without the sound.
You're so funny, man.
Yep, I did that intentionally just so you guys could understand exactly what it's like to play League of Legends without the audio and still focus more with your eyes and really understand what these champions are doing here. As we're seeing Zillion taking quite a bit of damage from Caitlyn here. She's pushing him back out of the lane. But what is going on now, FourCourt? We're seeing a 2v2 matchup. First to 5 kills or first 2 towers picks up the W here. And let's just call this a good warm-up for me and you.
Well, I got my YouTube here going anyways, so people over in YouTube are probably going to be a little weirded out by all this. But yeah, hopefully in about 4 minutes, people are going to see, that sound. They're going to be able to hear it. But I don't know, that level advantage I was talking about doesn't actually seem to be existing right now because they just hit 3 themselves here on Team Chick.
Yeah, and you know what? They have not been harassed back. Caitlyn's been doing a great job of pushing Zillion back when Zillion attempts to be aggressive with those time bombs, and Karma has put that shield every time to make sure that they're not going to be taking the damage. So here we go again, seeing Zillion attempt to be a little bit aggressive here. Time bomb goes on to Caitlyn, and then we see Karma using that shield to protect Caitlyn from taking any of that damage. But the one thing to pay attention to is Gangplank has not done any harassing. He's just continuously farmed. So as we're looking at the CS right now, Gangplank sitting at 15 compared to Caitlyn's 12. So a little bit of an advantage there. Zillion at 10 compared to Karma's 8.
And I mean, the last hits at this point, like, yeah, as you did say, 13 to 9 now, 16 and 11. And creep kills in this rule set, guys, I mean, sure, great, they're awesome, but they don't matter whatsoever except for, you know, showing off your last hitting potential. And it will come down very nicely to when you go back to go grab some items. So actually, speaking of that, just quickly looking at the skill sets, Caitlyn has the teleport, but we do not actually have any kind of teleport on Karma. So maybe they're going to be trying to tag team going back to town because, you know, any kind of pressure you can land on those enemy towers, that's just free damage that chips away, and that's irrecoverable damage. So at this point, I mean, you don't want to be giving away that kind of big advantage, and we did see that a lot in previous 1v1 tournaments as, you know, if somebody went to town, mistimed their teleport, it just turned into a very one-sided match. Then they got super pressured. They couldn't go back to town for another shop, and it just starts snowballing downward from there. So I'm very curious as to why Karma didn't go that, but we're going to have to see what kind of combo they bring out.
And look at this from a later game standpoint. These guys now reaching level 5. Zilean brings a very, very unfair advantage here because all he has to do is sit back and make sure the Gangplank can stay alive and use that ultimate at the right time. And literally every team fight is going to be 3v2, and that's going to be in Team Beard advantage there.
Team Beard advantage. I like that. That sounds good. But yeah, see, right now with this creep wave, I mean, that all that free damage going down on that tower, 500 of it are already gone. We are going to go to 2 towers for this rule set. 5 kills, 2 towers, and you know, it's just the more damage you land on that, it's just such a big advantage later down the line. So level 5 is coming out here for Team Beard. Level 4 for the Chicks. Karma using her heal there to keep, you know, that lane presence up and strong. That's why she went with those 2 fairy charms. And Zilean, however, he's just going to be trying to run her dry of mana as much as he can. He's just throwing out those bombs for harass. Right now we do got the pirate going up against the sniper, but he is going to get chased off considering he is melee and she is ranged. You know, these ranged AD heroes seem to have huge advantages when it comes to 1 versus 1, simply because we're likely going to see some big Wriggles lanterns coming out here for both Sexy Fate as well as Audacity. So I would not be surprised to see those come out as the first run to town.
And yeah, we do see those little Yordle snap traps being played very nicely here from Caitlyn. And what you're noticing is that every time that she puts one down, she's actually going to wait before she does her little ranged attack until they get snagged by that trap and they can't move out of the way and dodge it, and then they just take the damage. Zilean going back again, now being forced to use teleport to come back towards the middle tower and try to fend off this creep wave, which has already taken down a little bit of the tower shots. Karma going back now for Team Chick, and looks like she may just be building some strong support items. Actually, yep, she's built up a Philosopher's Stone to maintain some sustainability throughout the lane. And we see the same thing out of Zilean here.
Yeah, we do see those Philosopher's Stone come out here for Karma, so that's what those Fairy Charms are going to be trying to build into. So maybe she's going to go for a little bit of a snowballing gold per 5 build, you know, get up a lot of that money so that she can just go back to town more often and grab a nice item advantage down the line. But since she did go back to town, she is going to be a little bit low here on the experience, and she doesn't even have boots. Now, boots, you might say 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, whatever, mid-only games. Those are, you know, they're not that crucial for boots, but you'd actually be surprised if you lose that tower and you have a long way to go to get to your next one, and the enemy has that movement advantage. It's going to be something fierce.
Yeah, and another key point on their boots is everybody knows at this point. I mean, it could a boot can mean whether you take that shot or not, whether they can get close enough for that harass. So, for example, Caitlyn gathering the boots, she can easily run towards Gangplank, even if she just gets barely close enough and actually catch and hit those harassing shots. As he's trying to escape, Gangplank down to 1 bar of health right now, and he's probably going to be relieving himself from this lane. As yes, we are now seeing him blue pilling and heading back to the well to get some health and some items. And this is going to be a great opportunity for Team Chick to begin trying to push up this lane. Zilean using the time bomb on Karma here, hoping that it was going to hit some creeps, but no, she moves away from those creeps, and now more and more tower chip as that tower is nearly at half health right now. Zilean trying to force her back. Gangplank ultimate is off. Zilean now going on the chase, but no, he gets stopped by the Yordle snap trap. She has 3 bars of health left, and he is attempting to get up there and drop that bomb off. He does land it. She's committing herself to him right out the fight, and she drops down to 1 bar. Zilean at 3 bars. And I thought we were going to see first blood there, but no. Jester, I got all excited and hyped up for nothing.
You can only hope that, you know, the delivery will follow through, but sometimes you just got to play it safe. Remember, 5 kills the limit here, 2 towers. every kill is going to be crucial. We do got the snipe going down there onto Fat Shady, which sounds like a great name, as we do have the pirate himself coming back to lane. Looks like he's got himself a Tear the Goddess for a little bit more deny planks, foolery going on, as well as that longsword. He also has himself those boots, and again, we do see another Philosopher's Stone there on Zilean. And what did Caitlyn do? She went to town. She picked herself up 2 Doran's Blades. So going for a very typical setup of the lifesteal based upon your auto attack. Of course, with her passive, I mean, that's going to be a nice little boost to health down the line with that extra 250% damage to the creeps, which is likely at this point she's going to be using it exactly on them just to push this lane and chip away at that tower. Fat Shady going in a little bit offensive. He really wants to land these bombs onto Eclipse, and you do notice, like, as soon as that one bomb goes down, he already has that second one ready to go. Very practiced key sets there.
Yep, the main reason on that is we are probably within 15 seconds, I believe, of Gangplank's ultimate coming up, and look at exactly where Karma's health is. They're trying to set this up so that they can grab this first blood based off of his ultimate, along with, you see Zilean continuously going up there attempting to harass at this. And they're just waiting and waiting for that ult. Gangplank's ultimate is now up, so now we're going to begin to see Team Beard play a little bit more aggressive and hopefully try to grab this this first blood here. So the bomb does go off. We might see a speed up here on Fat Shady. Nope. She gets her shield up there and tosses out a heal to make sure that she's going to be good. Their continued harass is just countered by the magical healing of Karma.
The magical Wizard of Oz. No, I mean, sorry, Karma. Yeah. Eclipse is definitely playing her pretty well. And again, it's not really a character I see that often other than, I mean, the excess health spam and baiting out people with her current hit points. Other than that, I mean, I don't really see her in and around the place. I know that Ginsu, or Ginsu, as many people different call.
Oh, and this could look bad. I believe, look at their health here. I believe Caitlyn's ultimate is almost back up. Yes, it does come up, and they target Fat Shady instead of being able to get to Gangplank. Sorry, I thought we were going to see some action there. Continue with your Ginsu talk.
I know that he's been playtesting a lot of different heroes, and he actually went Karma, and I don't think he actually liked it that much. So we might be seeing some differences coming down to her. We do have the Pirate come back, though. No crit there, but he's going to throw down his cannon call. That's what I call it, the cannon call. Audacity is going to use her net to get out of that, and Eclipse with a little bit of harass going to be forcing him back as well, but he went and got himself that Mana Mune, and Fat Shady is going to go back to town. Wonder what he's going to pick up. We do have Karma going back as well. You got some health potion spam coming down on Audacity. Now, in a 1 versus 1 situation, you never really see those traps come out there with Caitlyn, but in this game we've seen a repeated amount of traps come out, and this Pirate really doesn't want them to go back to town. Even going to be eating a tower shot there. He's going to use some remove Scurvy to get out of that one. Now we will have a big push advantage here if both of the chicks go back to town, because Zilean's back as well with an amplifying tomb.
So right now, who do you think's at the advantage? Are we looking at a Team Beard victory or a Team Chick victory?
Well, right now we do have the tower advantage for chicks, but they're nowhere to be found for this next shot. And their tower is going to take a good amount of damage. With the double bomb going down on the minions, that's going to just pop them real quick. So they really want to keep up this pressure, and they really want to see what they can do to this tower. They didn't really do as much as they wanted, about 500 hit points or so. And they're just going to, Zilean there is just going to try to keep auto-attacking it. Karma's going to try to chase him off, throwing down her line of sight. Oh, not going to get the stun off there onto Sexy Fate. But with Karma, not going to be enough there from Caitlyn either. So, I don't know, just lots of back and forth. 15 minutes and no kill. I was really expecting at least something by now. But this just looks pretty solid right now. It's pretty even.
CS, on the other hand, is not very even, as we see Gangplank taking a devastating lead, pushing towards 68 right now. And I know you said it's not a huge deal, but it is going to make an item. It's going to make a little bit of a deal when he gets his money saved up and possibly grabs a BF sword here early on. Gangplank ultimate is off and attempts to defend this tower. Zilean pushing him forward. Caitlyn using her net to get back out of this. Karma staying very, very aggressive up front here, pushing these guys back. And still no kills, as we now have officially hit that 15-minute mark here.
The good old 15-minute surrender. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong game. My mistake. But yeah, we do have a triple Dorn's Blade coming out now here for Audacity. Might be able to do something with it here onto Sexy Fate, as they are going to go balls to the walls here because they got to keep this tower alive. Going to be pushing him off. Big damage going down there onto Audacity, but they have not given up hope yet. They are still going to be keeping up this big center pressure. Good heals coming out from Eclipse, who has also picked herself up a second Philosopher's Stone. We don't quite see that there with the Zillion, as he still only has that amplifying tune. We do have Sexy Fate. He's going to go back to town. Wonder who's going to pick up next with that Manamune. Or Manamune, but this is not going to be good for the tower because there's only Zillion left to defend it. The Yordle Trap goes down just to ward him off, and the shield goes down onto Audacity. One tower down. If they can get this next one, that's going to be game for them.
Yeah, this may come down to exactly pushing power here. And we see the second Philosopher's Stone being built up on Karma here. Definitely focusing towards the lane sustainability at this time to make sure that they're not going to be put in a situation that we just seen Team Beard being put in, where they're going to be forced out of that lane and all that tower chip's going to occur. So that's what that Philosopher's Stone is going to do. Caitlyn picking up 4 Doran's Blades now. She is not planning on this going out, and I think she was just going for pure damage to attempt to push these towers. Gangplank grabbing his Berserker Greaves, but I just feel at this point, maybe saving for a little bit more damage items might have been a little stronger suit.
As I kind of touched up on it a little before, when we did see the big 1-versus-1 tournaments go down, Wriggle's Lantern was the big item to have. And because, it's AD champion, very, very favored for them. It's attack damage, it's armor, and it's that proc for creeps and creep pushing with this new system that came out. I mean, it's a big thing to do. So right now, Zillion, he's going to go up here. A little offensive. Sexy Fate jumping in there as well. Going to throw down that ultimate. Landed some good cannons there onto Audacity, who had to use her Caliber net to get out of that. No, we're going to see a first blood come out from Karma. Not too sure what the pirate was thinking, but he was really low, and he goes down very quickly to Eclipse, who has about 30 ability power, so not really that much. But hey, I mean, the Karma, as I said, it's all very deceptive at this point. We do have those traps going down, and you can kind of see how we had to use that there with the pirates. So Gangplank had to use Remove Scurvy as soon as he got hit by that Yordle Trap, just to remove the stun, and actually that might have been a little bit of mistiming on his part. Maybe he thought he had it up and ready to go.
Possibly, and looks like these guys already pushed up towards this next tower. Zillion's not going to be able to get these bombs off in time to really clear this creep wave. He's trying to. Pirate using his teleport to come in, but this tower nearly halfway down right now, and these guys really need a push up here to try to even the things out. Karma using her little tether there to try to keep these guys out of harm's way. Gangplank really looked like he was ready to commit himself to that fight, but unfortunately they haven't gotten that tower down yet, so they can't push up middle as hard as they'd like to do it.
Well, I mean, you mentioned a little bit about those Doran's Blades. Doran's Blades are definitely a great starting item, but they really do lose their focus the longer the game goes on. We're pretty poised here to hit that 20-minute mark because we only get 1 kill up and 1 tower up as well. They got to hit 5 kills or 2 towers to take this game, as this is just going to be the filler game here, guys, for the CLG versus Low ELO match. This is just 4 Low ELO guys. They were on the server. They're ready to go. We're like, why not? We'll just throw it up here for you. So if you're just tuning in, yes, the games are still going to go down 9:15 p.m. It's 8:50 right now, so 25 minutes. We're going to watch Audacity hopefully not die here, as she's going to run away from that. But, hey, come on, stay a while. I'm the FourCourtJester. With me is TwiZ, and TwiZ is actually streaming. If you like his stream quality, let him know there in IRC. He always loves compliments.
I do not love compliments. I hate them. Negative criticism is the best. Like I tell all my employees at work.
Is that why you never compliment them?
Well, that's why I've only been demoted 6 times, but you know what? My philosophy stays strong. Karma now going after, she's actually going after both of these guys now, as we're seeing Zillion at very, very low health. He's also out of mana. Oh, will she get close enough? Nope, she won't, but that snap trap might be enough. No, it is not, as he's going to get away with 27 health there after taking that trap to the face. Karma kind of running around these creeps here. She's going to attempt to push these back, so we see her tossing that shield up along with that nice... I forget what her skills are called because I've played her very, very little, but that cone damage that she does, really strong at pushing these creep wave, which is one reason why I feel that she's a very, very strong choice, and it's definitely paying off. This is going to be Zillion teleporting in because he's the only one that teleport's still up, attempting to fend off this creep wave, but we're watching this tower still taking damage. 1357 is all the health left on this tower, and that's all that stands between Team Chicks taking down Team Beard.
Yeah, go Team Chicks. But right now, I mean, the harass potential from these two are pretty impressive because we do have the sniper with the huge range, with her Yordle Snaptraps throwing those down. The only way to clear those is to run over them, which is really falling more to Gangplank to do that because he can just remove Scurvy right out of it. And Karma with that shield over her, she just bums right in there and just destroys people with her AoE, which is turning out really good for them because, as you can tell, we're really pushed up to these towers. We're going to jump right in here again. Sexy Fate forced to retreat, although we do have a big bomb going down on her. I did notice when Eclipse picked this up, but a needlessly large rod on top of her, and that's going to be a huge pushing potential for her. Looks like we've lost Skype. Awesome. Let me see if I can find TwiZ. TwiZ. Oh, crap. Alright. I will be right back. Alright, well, we will continue here on YouTube. It does look like TwiZ has disconnected, which is unfortunate. So we're just going to keep watching these guys here in YouTube because we're boss like that. We're just going to have to go console IRC. I think he lost power, which is not good. Hopefully that won't happen here in the real game coming up, because the real game is going to be Counter Logic Gaming going up against Low ELO. So we did see some more harass go down. Caitlyn is going to go back off to town. We also have Gangplank staying back here a little bit. He does have himself some rejuvenation beads, but at the same time, he's really only relying upon that remove Scurvy to keep himself healthy at this point. Karma going to be jumping in here. She has a good shield coming out with all this ability power from her needlessly large rod and lots of health and mana regen from these Philosopher's Stones. She's quite the power right now, but it does look like we have sold one of the Doran Blades for a Vampiric Scepter. Maybe we're going to be gearing up here for well, I don't know what can you use as a Vampiric Scepter for. Could be a Bloodthirster, could definitely be something else. I see Pat phoning me. Ah, crap. There we go. Mr. Pat, how are you doing?
So I have never had that happen yet, but
first time for everything.
Evidently, it just went and didn't stop. At first, I was like, Jester, are you making a sound?
Nope, totally wasn't me. But everyone in IRC is just like, where'd the stream go? Oh God. So, yeah, they're kind of freaking out. If you could get that going up again, I know that they'd probably feel very, very happy at that.
Yeah, maybe I'll make it into a nice little April Fool's joke.
April Fool's,
and be like, I have stolen the ESL stream. I don't know. I gotta get logged in.
Got to do it in your evil, voice, your evil villain voice. There we go. Alright, well, we do have Pat set that up. I've left my YouTube rolling here. Tiamat Gangplank rolling. Does look like he is starting to gear up for those. But right now we do have big damage going down onto Zillion. The combos from these two players are pretty ridiculous. And we did have, of course, Eclipse go back to town, picked up another of a blasting wand. So she's almost rocking 200 AB, or yeah, ability power AP at this point. And again, we still just have lots and lots of vampirism coming out from Docity. So right now we also have the Pirate. He's come back. He is going to be rocking those Tiamats. Throws down the ultimate. Those cannons aren't going to be hitting too much though, because Sexy Fate is only so sexy like that. And those cannonballs doing a good job of missing everything. We do have Fat Shady going back to town. TwiZ has reconnected. I like it. I like it a lot. We are still waiting.
I think my computer just played like an April Fool's joke on me because it like made this sound that sounded like a margarita in a blender. I'm like, oh, Jester, you're making us margaritas, sweet. And then it just like stopped running, and I'm like, wow, be more fail. That's why I just spent $900 on you.
$900, and it's making, and you can make margaritas. Positive stuff here.
I wish it was doing that. A margarita would be nice about now. Let me just get shift window up real quick here for this, and get this going.
Well, all that went down, and we did have another kill go out here. Eclipse Karma going to be grabbing a kill there on top of Gangplank. So this is actually looking not really good for Zillion, because this tower is going down so very quickly. 200, 150, 140 double enemy tower win. QQ, good game, well played. That's going to be it for our filler match here, guys. We should have Counter Logic Gaming ready to go within the next 15 minutes, and we should have that all ready to go as well. I do see we have to attend a few things, like getting the stream back going here, Mr. Pat. That would be very appreciated. But the game is over. We are going to jump back out of that. We are going to set up here for the next game, so come join us if you will.
Yep, we will be right back. Let me just make a couple